Imagine waking up every morning with legs that are strong, stable, and full of vitality. These are the top 7 vitamins for leg strength. Say goodbye to muscle weakness, painful cramps, and the constant worry of falling. Proper nutrition is the foundation of an active, independent, and confident lifestyle. Now, we're going to explore the 7 most powerful minerals and vitamins that will help you maintain strong legs. With these essential nutrients, you'll see a daily improvement in mobility and overall well-being, boosting muscle performance, protecting bone health, and enhancing circulation. If you enjoy dancing, walking in the park, or simply being active on your own, this is the perfect video for you. I'd love to hear where you're watching from today. Feel free to drop a comment or ask any questions below. Make sure you don't miss any tips from our channel by subscribing and turning on notifications. Together, let's build a healthier, stronger tomorrow. Vitamin D is the first nutrient we'll cover because, as we age, our bodies change. This leads to a loss in bone density and muscle mass, making previously simple tasks more difficult. It not only contributes to brittle bones, but is one of the most overlooked causes of this decline. Vitamin D plays a vital role in the function, balance, and strength of the legs. Let's dive into why vitamin D is essential for leg strength in older adults, and how it can enhance mobility and overall health. As we age, getting enough vitamin D from sunlight becomes more challenging. Many older individuals also spend less time outdoors due to lifestyle changes, difficulty walking, or concerns about skin damage. The result? A gradual weakening of the muscles and shaky legs. Low levels of vitamin D are directly linked to muscle weakness and an increased risk of falls in the elderly. Studies show that vitamin D helps prevent falls and fractures by strengthening muscle fibers, improving coordination, and enhancing balance. According to a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, individuals with a deficiency experienced a higher rate of muscle atrophy, making everyday activities like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair more difficult. While vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and bone health, its benefits go beyond that. It also boosts neuromuscular transmission and protein synthesis, both crucial processes for muscle function. Think of it as the fuel that keeps your leg muscles strong. Without it, they struggle to perform at their best. Vitamin D is particularly important for maintaining fast-twitch muscle fibers, which help with balance and quick reflexes. Research shows that these fibers help prevent falls by allowing the legs to respond quickly when balance is compromised. A deficiency in vitamin D leads to weakened muscle fibers, slower reaction times, and a higher risk of injury. Many older adults suffer from chronic leg pain and stiffness. However, studies have found that vitamin D can help by reducing inflammation in muscle tissue. Optimizing vitamin D levels can bring significant relief to those with leg cramps, stiffness, or unexplained pain. Neglecting vitamin D deficiency can lead to serious health issues, including fragile bones and fractures. If your body lacks sufficient vitamin D, it won't be able to absorb calcium properly, making bones more prone to breaking, even from a small fall. A broken bone can severely impair mobility and independence. In addition to skeletal and muscular problems, a lack of vitamin D can affect the immune system, lead to cognitive decline, and increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Seniors who don't get enough vitamin D are at a greater risk of weakened legs and chronic illnesses, both of which diminish quality of life. So, how can you address this issue? Achieving optimal vitamin D levels is simple and can make a big difference in your health. Here's how to boost your vitamin D intake. Sun exposure. Spend 15 to 30 minutes in direct sunlight, preferably in the morning or late afternoon, exposing your arms and legs. Be cautious when applying sunscreen, as it can interfere with the body's natural production of vitamin D. Vitamin D-rich foods. While food alone may not meet all your vitamin D needs, incorporating fatty fish like mackerel, sardines, fortified dairy products, egg yolks, and mushrooms can help. Supplements. Many seniors, especially those who don't get much sun, may need a vitamin D supplement. Experts generally recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day for optimal bone and muscle health. A simple blood test can determine your vitamin D levels, which is often done for older adults to reduce the risk of falls and fractures. Calcium is the next mineral to focus on. Bone remodeling still occurs in younger individuals, but as we age, our bone mass gradually decreases, making us more susceptible to fractures. The legs are especially vulnerable to this. Common and serious injuries in seniors include hip, femur, and lower extremity fractures. When bones lack enough calcium, even minor falls that wouldn't cause injury when younger can result in months of recovery or long-term mobility issues. But calcium is vital for more than just strong bones. It also plays a crucial role in muscle contraction. The relationship between calcium ions and muscle fibers is fundamental for all movements, from walking to standing up from a chair. Calcium ensures smooth and controlled movement by triggering muscle contraction. Insufficient calcium intake can lead to muscle spasms, frailty, or failure to generate the strength required for balance. This explains why calcium deficiency leaves many individuals with weak muscles, sluggish movement, and recurring leg cramps. So, how can you ensure your body is getting enough calcium? Dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese are top sources, yet they are not the only options. Significant calcium can also be found in sardines, almonds, bok choy, kale, leafy vegetables, tofu, and fortified plant-based beverages. Variety is essential. For ideal bone upkeep and steady absorption, including multiple calcium-rich foods in your meals is recommended. Individuals who struggle with calcium absorption or face dietary restrictions may find food sources alone do not provide sufficient calcium. In such cases, calcium supplements, particularly when paired with vitamin D, which enhances calcium absorption, may be beneficial. Still, there are situations where more is not always better. While calcium is vital, excessive amounts, especially from supplements, may lead to digestive discomfort, kidney stones, and arterial buildup. Achieving balance is crucial. The recommended daily calcium intake for older adults ranges from 1,000 to 1,200 mg, attainable through a combination of whole foods and supplements if necessary. Beyond intake, movement plays a vital role in calcium absorption. Activities such as walking, resistance exercises, and light jogging are weight-bearing movements that stimulate bone renewal and help guide calcium to the areas that require it most, namely muscles and bones. No quantity of calcium can strengthen bones and joints without regular movement. Calcium deficiency affects more than bones alone. It strips individuals of mobility, enjoyment in activities, and independence. A lifestyle of independence, balance, and confidence begins with calcium-supported muscles and bones. 3. Despite frequent discussions around protein and calcium for leg strength, few recognize the essential role vitamin B12 plays in neuromuscular health. Proper nervous system function relies on it to preserve the strength and precision of electrical signals traveling from the spinal cord to the legs. Inadequate signaling due to deficiency can result in muscle weakness, instability, and gradual loss of movement control. Heavy, fatigued legs, often accompanied by numbness or tingling, are common signs of B12 deficiency, which is unsurprising. But here's the issue. Among older adults, vitamin B12 deficiency is surprisingly common. Because absorption depends heavily on digestive health, vitamin B12 uptake is more fragile than that of vitamins stored in fat or absorbed easily from many foods. To absorb vitamin B12 from meals, the body requires a protein called intrinsic factor, along with sufficient stomach acid. Age-related declines in acid production, as well as conditions like gastritis, reflux, and long-term antacid use, further impair absorption. When combined with the reality that many seniors consume diets low in B12-rich foods, a slow yet persistent depletion of this crucial nutrient occurs. Weakness is only one symptom of B12 deficiency. Untreated deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage affecting balance, reflexes, and coordination. Many older adults with walking difficulties, frequent falls, or the feeling that their legs no longer respond as before, are experiencing neurological effects of low B12. This decline is often so gradual that it is mistaken for normal aging, despite being entirely preventable. The good news is that restoring B12 levels can dramatically improve energy and mobility. Studies show that when seniors correct deficiencies, strength, stamina, and leg performance improve significantly. So where does this essential vitamin come from? Unlike many nutrients, vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal-based foods and cannot be obtained from plants. Lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy products, shellfish, especially clams, and liver are excellent sources. B12 supplements or fortified foods such as cereals and plant-based milks are necessary for individuals on plant-based diets or with absorption challenges. Here's the good part. Since excess vitamin B12 is excreted in urine, it is considered one of the safest vitamins to supplement. Higher dose B12 supplements or regular injections can benefit many older adults, especially those unable to absorb enough from food alone. Routine blood testing helps maintain optimal levels and prevents the gradual decline in leg function associated with deficiency. Most importantly, remember this. Strong legs involve more than muscle mass. They depend on efficiency, timing, and coordination within the nervous system. Without proper nerve signaling, your legs cannot respond correctly to exercise. Therefore, maintaining adequate B12 levels is one of the most overlooked yet powerful strategies for preserving mobility and quality of life with age. 4. Magnesium is the quiet mineral working behind the scenes. Magnesium enables smooth muscle contraction and relaxation with every step you take. It enhances stamina, reduces fatigue, and prevents cramping by serving as the primary regulator of muscular function. Leg cramps and restless leg syndrome are among the most common yet frequently overlooked indicators of magnesium deficiency. Nighttime cramps, which trouble many older adults, make it difficult to fall back asleep and feel mobile in the morning. This is more than just a minor inconvenience. It signals that your body is struggling to regulate how fully your muscles relax. Individuals who experience muscle tightness or sudden contractions need magnesium because it calms overactive nerve impulses and stops muscles from stiffening without warning. However, muscles are not magnesium's only role. Bone strength and joint health also rely on it. When discussing bone wellness, calcium often takes center stage, but magnesium is vital for calcium to function correctly. This mineral matters because it regulates calcium movement, ensuring it enters bones rather than soft tissues where it may trigger joint pain and stiffness, an essential element of overall mobility. Studies have demonstrated that older adults with higher magnesium consumption show denser bones and fewer fractures. Magnesium is rapidly depleted by stress, medications, and poor dietary habits, which largely explains why deficiency is so widespread. Diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and various blood pressure drugs are among the treatments that lower magnesium levels in seniors. Magnesium deficiency, which quietly diminishes strength, stamina, and flexibility, commonly results from diets lacking magnesium-rich foods. This explains why many older individuals observe a gradual yet persistent drop in endurance, leading to shorter walks, slower stair climbing, and overall fatigue after even mild activity. Age is not the sole cause. Poor nutrition also contributes to declining performance. Replenishing magnesium can quickly benefit leg health, easing cramps, increasing energy, and restoring a sense of ease in movement. Magnesium is best obtained from foods such as legumes, nuts, seeds, and leafy greens. Magnesium is a crucial mineral for resilient muscles and bones. Foods rich in magnesium include avocados, almonds, pumpkin seeds, spinach, black beans, and almonds. Magnesium supplements, especially the more bioavailable magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, may help individuals who cannot meet needs through diet alone. When magnesium levels are corrected, a remarkable change occurs. As seniors rise and move, their legs respond with greater vitality, even if they once felt heavy and weak. Those dealing with cramps and stiffness report improvement, which then enhances sleep quality and mobility, Magnesium regulates the neuromuscular pathways responsible for stable movement, thereby improving balance and coordination. Fifth, cauliflower leaf. Imagine getting out of bed early in the morning and immediately feeling a leg cramp. Does this sound familiar? Low potassium levels can trigger several symptoms, the most common being muscle cramps. This is because potassium preserves the balance between fluids inside and outside cells, making it a key controller of muscle function. When potassium is insufficient, leg cramps and other painful contractions may arise. Beyond being annoying, intense cramps can be disabling for older adults who may already have reduced circulation or muscle mass. Yet that is only part of the story. Have you ever noticed your legs trembling after standing too long, or felt stiffness that makes walking challenging? Potassium supports smooth movement by helping nerve signals travel properly from the brain to muscles. Low amounts make it harder for the brain to communicate with leg muscles, leaving you feeling weak, unsteady, or unable to lift your feet correctly. All of these raise the risk of falls. And let's be honest, fall prevention is critical for seniors. Surprisingly, potassium is just as important for bone strength as it is for muscle power. It helps counteract acidic compounds in the body that can slowly weaken bones. Research shows that diets rich in potassium can slow bone loss, thereby reducing osteoporosis risk and preserving leg structure. Potassium is not only vital for muscle action, it also contributes to maintaining healthy leg joints. The key question is how to ensure enough potassium intake to support your legs. Fortunately, nature provides many flavorful, potassium-rich foods. Bananas may come to mind first, but they are only one option. Foods such as avocados, spinach, beans, oranges, and sweet potatoes offer substantial potassium. A baked potato, with or without skin, can provide more potassium than a banana. To keep muscles and bones nourished consistently, it is important to include a variety of these foods daily. Supplements might seem like an easy fix for those who struggle to get enough potassium from meals alone. So, what amount of potassium do adults truly need? The recommended daily intake is 3,400 milliliters for men and 2,600 milliliters for women. A well-balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and beans can usually meet this goal. Anyone with kidney disease, high blood pressure, or other conditions affecting potassium levels should speak with a physician to determine the appropriate intake for their situation. 6. Vitamin K. Calcium and vitamin D are often the first nutrients people think of when talking about the need for strong bones. Still, these elements cannot do their job properly without vitamin K. Instead of accumulating in arteries or soft tissues where it may trigger stiffness, impaired circulation, and heart disease, vitamin K helps calcium settle into bones where it is meant to go. Vitamin K supports flexible, mobile legs by guiding calcium to the right places, much like a traffic director. This role is particularly vital for older adults. Studies show that individuals who consume higher amounts of vitamin K tend to have better bone health, reduced fracture risk, and overall stronger bones. This occurs because vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to the bone framework, increasing density and strength. But vitamin K's role does not stop there. This nutrient is also necessary for maintaining healthy joints and powerful muscles. The connection between sturdy bones, flexible joints, and strong muscles in supporting healthy legs is often overlooked. Research indicates that vitamin K can help ease knee stiffness, a frequent issue among seniors, and lower joint inflammation. This effect may help slow the progression of osteoarthritis. If you feel knee discomfort or stiffness when standing up after sitting for long stretches, vitamin K may be the nutrient that helps reduce pain and preserve mobility. Weak leg muscles are linked to a greater risk of falls, poor balance, and difficulty walking. Vitamin K may help support muscle strength and coordination. Newer studies suggest this benefit is especially relevant for older adults. It works by regulating calcium inside muscle cells, ensuring proper contractions and preventing awkward movements that can lead to instability. Vitamin K1, the most common plant-based form, is plentiful in leafy greens such as spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts. Vitamin K2, however, appears in a more powerful form in fermented foods like natto, fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, and certain animal products including liver and egg yolks, due to its longer half-life and superior ability to move calcium from arteries into bones. K2 is therefore highly beneficial. The best natural way to increase vitamin K intake is by eating more leafy greens and fermented foods. Just one serving of kale in a smoothie, or a portion of sautéed spinach as a side, can meaningfully support your health. Supplements may be helpful for those with digestive issues or people taking long-term antibiotics who struggle to absorb vitamin K from foods. Still, caution is advised. Vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting and may interact with blood-thinning medications such as warfarin. Therefore, always consult your doctor before increasing your intake of this vitamin. 7. Many people are unaware of how essential vitamin B6, scientifically known as pyridoxine, is for preserving strong legs and healthy muscles. While many nutrients contribute to movement, vitamin B6 is especially important for nerve function, muscle repair, and the effective use of protein to build and maintain muscle mass. Without it, even powerful muscles can weaken, making basic actions like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs feel extremely difficult. One of vitamin B6's lesser-known yet critical roles is its involvement in nerve signaling and coordination. When B6 levels are low, nerve impulses may slow or misfire, leading to tingling, numbness, and even an unsteady gait. Many older adults mistakenly attribute these symptoms to normal aging, when they are often caused by inadequate nutrients needed for proper neuromuscular function. Another key function of vitamin B6 is reducing inflammation-related muscle fatigue. By helping regulate the body's inflammatory responses, vitamin B6 supports reduced soreness and preserves muscle flexibility and resilience. Increasing your vitamin B6 intake could be a major advantage if you struggle with ongoing stiffness or slow recovery after physical activity. Beyond skeletal muscle, vitamin B6 is crucial for red blood cell production. These cells deliver oxygen throughout the body, providing muscles with the fuel and endurance needed for sustained movement. When hemoglobin levels drop due to a B6 deficiency, muscles may receive less oxygen, resulting in early fatigue, heaviness, and reduced stamina. Feeling unusually tired after short periods of light activity may be your body signaling a need for more vitamin B6. Where can this important vitamin be found? Fortunately, B6 is widely available in many flavorful and accessible foods. Excellent sources include chicken, fish, especially salmon and tuna, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified grains. Including these foods regularly can naturally restore B6 levels and support nerve health and muscle strength. In some cases, supplementation may be necessary for individuals with digestive disorders, poor nutrient absorption, or restrictive diets. Older adults typically need around 1.5 mg of vitamin B6 daily for women and 1.7 mg daily for men, though requirements can vary by age and sex. While obtaining B6 from food is generally safe, excessive long-term use of high-dose supplements can damage nerves. Caution is therefore essential. The most effective approach is to focus on a balanced diet rich in B6-containing foods, ensuring steady intake without unnecessary risks. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us create better content for you. Feel free to leave your questions, comments, or ideas for future topics below. Thank you for reaching out. To receive our latest health tips and insights, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Until our next video, take care, stay healthy, and stay informed.